So today I jumped on to talk to you about letting go of you. So often we can say we want more, we want something new, we want to be made new, and God will call us to step out in faith to do a particular thing. Recently we've been in this Bible study called Experiencing God, and it talks about your crises of faith. And what it's saying is that there will be a time in your life that God is going to speak to you, and then there's a crisis that occurs, and it's going to cause you to have to make a decision on whether or not you're going to believe God or not. I found as a coach and a counselor and just being who I am that most of the time our issue isn't about believing God for other things or for tangible things or for other people, but it's about believing God for us. And it is time for you to let go of you. The you that you have lived as, or that false identity. You might not be pretending to be someone you're not. You might not get on Instagram or wherever you're watching this video at and pretend like, hey, I got this fabulous life that you may or may not have, and you may not be doing those things. But what about the you that dances, that still desires to please people, even when you set your heart out to obey God, but there's still that thing that pulls on you? It's time for you to let that go. Often when we are at that place where we're ready to let that go, and God speaks to us and he tells us, I'm going to take you here, and I'm going to do this for you, and I'm going to do this through you, and we say yes to him, we begin to walk through what feels like hell. And it often is. But the one thing I want to encourage you in this season is to not look at the fire that you are walking through as though it is going to destroy you. As a child of God, walking by faith, doing what God told you to do, even when you walk through hell's fire, the only thing that fire can do is refine you. The only thing the fire can do is burn off all of the residue of rejection and of abandonment and all these other things that the enemy tried to destroy you with, and you feel like, man, I survived it though. But baby, it's time for you to not only survive that thing, but to thrive from the things that thing taught you, to thrive from that fire and all of the things that it's burning out of you. This season of my life has been one of the hardest seasons of my life. And I don't say that because I want sympathy or any of those things. It's been hard. But I walked into this season of my life almost 2.5 years ago, almost 3 now. And I knew coming into this season that this season was going to produce something different than the previous seasons did. And even though I was going to walk through things that looked like they were the same thing, they were not the same. You might walk through something that's similar to something you walked through before. You might say, hey man, I found myself in this particular situation. However, this time in that situation, you a different you a different person. You are a different version of yourself, because God has allowed the past things, the traumas, the heartbreak, the lying, the backbiting, and all the evil that you may have faced. That thing has refined you so well that in this season, when he calls you to walk away from people and from things and from places, baby, you pack up your stuff, you get going and you move, because you know that there is something more for you on the other side. I promise you, God will get you in a place where what people say about you don't even matter, that you don't even think to try to respond to people in your messages or in your DMs or on the comments of your post or the emails that they send to your business email. Like, it don't even move you, because what you recognize is that we are accountable for the things that God has given us, including our time. So in my time management and my strategies on how to properly steward my time, my finances, my strength, my energy, and all of those things, I know that I have to not give to certain things. I know that what's ahead of me is greater. I know that what God has called me to is so much bigger than what I'm in front of. So though you might walk through a similar thing in this season, I need you to know that the residue of the past is being burnt off. It's just this fire you walking through, honey, it's burning off the residue of their lies. It's burning off the residue of their thoughts about you. It burns off the residue of their rejection and abandonment, and how they might push you to the side, or they always tell you think you better than other people, or they laugh when they think you have fallen. Don't worry about that. Don't be moved by that. Remember that you've been through this before. This ain't doing nothing but refining you, strengthening you, and preparing you for the next level. Because some often people can desire to, oh, I want elevation, I want promotion, I want all of these things. But baby, there's a fire that comes with that. There is a fire, there is heartbreak that comes with that. There is so much sacrifice that comes with it. But I'm not here to give glory to the sacrifices or the attacks. I'm here to remind you that the God that produced you, the God that created you, the God that put on the inside of you this fireproof spirit, he is greater than anything you will ever face. And his love, honey, his character, his mind about you is never going to change. So it is time for you to let this particular fire burn off the residue of their words and only allow the words and the seeds that God has planted in your spirit when he has spoken to you and made you promises and set things before you. Let that be the only thing that matters, because he is the only thing that matters. My business is called Minding What Matters. A segment of my business is called Minding What Matters. And God reminded me this morning, he said, because you only mind the things that matter. Let me help you determine what matters, is what God said to me. And he has given me strategies and programs and things that will help you mind the things that matter. So remember that you are so worthy of all the things your heart desires. One of the things God gave me, he gave me the focus of you. When he put me into the season of the business, and when we rebranded this particular segment of or division of the business. So the business is By His Direction Enterprises LLC, but Minding What Matters is the division where we teach people strategies and help them to shift their mindsets. Because baby, it is with the mind that we serve the Lord. And if we are not allowing God and the Holy Spirit to regulate our minds, we will be a people most lost, not just lost in a spiritual sense, but you will be meandering through this life, becoming somebody that other people want you to be, as opposed to being exactly who God has called you to be. So in this season of your life, I am just daring you to sit with God and ask him to show you what matters to you about my life, God. What is it that you've called me to do? What is it that you want me? What is it that you produce me and put me in this earth to fulfill? And then get to minding that thing. Get to taking care of that thing. Putting all your soul energy to that thing. You are the catalyst in your community. And community in just where we live. It's not just where we lay our heads. It is our marriages. It is our relationships with our children and co-workers. And it is our co-work space. It is our church families. It is our communities where we live. It is the communities of women who may be grieving the loss of their husbands. What is it that God has called you to do? What is he wanting you to build in that community? It starts with you. But you got to be the genuine you he created you to be. If you need help doing that, come on over and meet us at mindingwhatmattersnow.com. I promise you, these God-given strategies that we have, it is not about us, but it is about what God has given us. We know they work because it's what we've used. It's what he's given to us. And he continues to tweak it. He continues to grow us. And as he grows us, these programs continue to grow as well. So come on, jump in this place of refining with us and allow God to make you exactly who he called you to be in the earth. Because honey, there's way too many people waiting on the version of you that God created to be exactly who he called you to be. So let's get going. God bless you. I'll look for you at mindingwhatmattersnow.com.